Hey, what's good, you all, and welcome to Momentum Mentoring Moments with Mungin. I am so glad that you are here with me on today. Only going to be here for a short while to talk to you about voting. You know, I believe that it is our civic duty to vote in elections in the United States of America. Me being an African American male, understand that my ancestors bled, fought, and died that we may have a right to practice voting in the United States. When we look at the history of voting as it relates to African Americans, it was around about 1870 that the 15th Amendment was passed, which gave black men the right to vote. However, states used so many different blockages to hinder and block the votes of black males. State used crazy literary tests and poll taxes and intimidation techniques and even violence to block black voters, especially in the South, like South Carolina, where we live. And then it was in 1920 with the 19th Amendment that women in America were given the right to vote, including African American or black women. But there was so much that happened, you all. There was widespread denial of voting up until 1965 when the Voting Rights Act was passed, which finally enforced those rights and struck down discriminatory barriers so that blacks would have the right to vote. And so in 1965, the federal government became the power on voting, and they began to integrate states into the plan for voting, which gave black Americans a true right to vote. And they began to enforce the voting rights nationwide for African Americans. And so we look at that history, and we look at the blood, the sweat, and the tears of our ancestors. And so why not vote? Why not cast your ballot when one vote means so much? I'll tell you what, someone said if we don't learn from our history, history inevitably repeat itself. And we know that in 2013, there were certain federal protections that began to weaken as it relates to the black and African American vote. And then here in 2026, we've seen as so many things have shifted. And we know that here in 2026, the Supreme Court have passed that law where they have struck down a part of the voting rights. I'm saying to you, your vote counts. Your vote is your voice. I'm going to say it again. Your vote is your voice. And so get out, cast your vote. I believe that early voting ends on today here in Hampton County. So get out there, cast your vote. June the 9th, go out, vote. It only will cost you a few moments to let your voice be heard. I say unto you, it's your civic responsibility, and you can't complain about what you have not voiced your concern through voting. And listen, if you have not registered to vote, it's too late for the primaries, but it's not too late for the midterms in November. So I'm saying unto you, get ready, get set, let's go and vote. See you at the polls.